Do you ever feel like you're making your own choices, but somehow end up in the same stress, the same job problems, the same toxic patterns? What if I told you that most of your decisions aren't even yours? Today, I'm revealing 7 disturbing truths from psychology about how your mind is secretly controlled and how you can break free. If you've ever wondered why you say yes when you want to say no, why you chase approval, or why fear makes you freeze, this video will change the way you see yourself. Wait until you hear truth number 7, because once you spot it, you'll never see people the same way again. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "That's just how I am"? That's not you talking. That's your programming. From childhood, you were given invisible scripts. Be polite. Don't talk back. Work hard and you'll be rewarded. At work, that's why you agree to stay late. Not because you want to, but because your brain runs the good employee script. In relationships, you overgive to earn love, because your script says you must deserve it. Here's the mind-blowing part. You can rewrite the script. Pause before every automatic yes. Ask, do I really want this? This micro-pause is enough to break the loop and put your conscious mind back in charge. But even if you break the script, there's still something far more powerful controlling you, and it's fear. Fear is the oldest control system in the human brain. It's hardwired for survival. That's why the news shows you danger first. Why your boss uses deadlines. Why friends guilt trip you. Fear hijacks your body. Sweaty palms, racing heart, until you obey. Think of the last time you opened a scary message before bed. You didn't sleep, right? That wasn't random. Your brain was on high alert. But fear can be hacked. When fear hits, name it out loud. I'm feeling fear, but I'm safe. This simple act signals your amygdala to calm down and let your rational brain take back control. But even if you beat fear, your own brain has a trick to pull you back into old patterns. And that's what we uncover next. Number 3, self-sabotage as a comfort zone. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your brain would rather keep you in pain, than let you risk the unknown. That's why you procrastinate on starting that side hustle, or why you stay in a job you hate. It's not laziness. It's self-sabotage designed to keep you safe in the familiar. Ever notice how you finally get a free weekend and suddenly binge watch shows you don't even like? That's your brain saying, stay still, don't change, don't take risks. But here's the twist. You can turn sabotage into growth. Start tiny. Pick one thing you've been avoiding. Send one email, take one small action. Each small win teaches your brain that the unknown isn't deadly. And soon, risk feels exciting instead of scary. But there's a reason these sabotages feel addictive, and that leads us to the reward trap. Number 4, conditioning through rewards. Since childhood, from the moment you were born, you were conditioned with rewards and punishments. Gold stars for good behavior, detention for bad. Today it's likes, promotions, good job emails. Your brain is still chasing that dopamine hit. Ever worked late just to get a well done from your boss? Even though you were exhausted? That's not free choice. That's training. The good news? You can rewire the system. Start rewarding yourself for actions that truly serve you, even if no one sees. Finish your project on time? Celebrate with a walk, a favorite coffee, a moment of pride. This creates an inner reward loop and stops you from needing outside approval. But there's one more invisible leak where you give away control every single day. Number 5, the control you give away every day, every time you say yes when you mean no. You give away a piece of your power. It happens at work, in friendships, in relationships, sometimes dozens of times a day. You say yes to joining a meeting you don't need, yes to helping someone even when you're exhausted, and then you wonder why you feel drained. Here's the shocking part. You can take that control back in seconds. Practice saying, "Let me think about that." This single sentence creates space for choice. If it's not a full body yes, make it a no. The first few times feel scary, but soon you'll feel powerful. But what about when it's not a simple yes or no? When the pressure comes from someone with authority over you? That's exactly what we uncover next. Number 6, the obedience reflex to authority. Your brain is hardwired to obey authority, even when you know it's wrong. Psychologists proved this in the Milgram experiment. Over 65% of participants kept giving what they thought were painful shocks to another person, simply because a man in a white lab coat told them to continue. You think you'd never do that, but this reflex shows up every day. At work, you stay silent in meetings when the boss makes a bad call. You follow rules that make no sense, just because they came from someone in charge. You even agree to weekend plans you hate, because saying no feels like disobedience. The way out is to pause. When an authority figure tells you to do something, count slowly to 3 before you respond. This small pause turns a programmed reaction into a conscious choice. You can still agree, but now you do it because you choose to, not because your brain defaulted to obey. Even when you break free from authority, there's still one more chain. And it's the most dangerous one, because it lives inside you. Number 7. Why you seek approval. Without noticing. Every like, compliment, and nod of approval hits your brain like a tiny shot of dopamine. That's why you over-explain yourself, why you apologize for saying no, and why you sometimes hide what you really think just to keep the peace. At work, you stay late so your boss will notice. In friendships, you laugh at jokes you hate just to fit in. In relationships, you give too much, hoping they'll stay. The next time you agree to something, ask yourself, would I still do this if no one ever knew I did it? If the answer is no, don't do it. It's uncomfortable at first. Some people will not like the new you. But what happens next is powerful. You'll see who respects you for who you really are. And that moment is the beginning of true freedom. You just discovered 7 powerful truths about control. You saw how hidden scripts run your life, how fear keeps you frozen, how self-sabotage feels safer than change, how rewards trained you since childhood, how you give away control every single day, how your obedience reflex takes over around authority, and how your brain keeps chasing approval even when it hurts you. The moment you notice these patterns, you break them. You pause before saying yes. You stop letting fear make decisions for you. You choose rewards that matter to you, not just gold stars from others. You question authority and speak your truth. And most of all, you stop living for approval and start living for yourself. If this opened your eyes, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We post every single day, shorts, mids, and deep dives, to help you break free from invisible control. Knowledge is your shield. Awareness is your freedom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.